Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on this channel, you are welcome. I am A.H.P. I'm an author and also to do business. Um, well, today's video is for that part of my channel where we talk about lifestyle. Lifestyle, okay? So, so basically, this is the lifestyle of real wealthy people, okay? And I'm just going to share with you all something that I learned, okay, in 2018 to 2019, and I'm continuing to grow in that knowledge, okay, and that has helped me so much to shed off mindsets that I previously had about wealth, okay. Um, you know, when I was younger, okay, I couldn't wait to get to the position where I wouldn't be looking at price tags, like when I go shopping for clothes, for shoes, for jewelry, or whatever you want. In terms of shopping, I didn't want to be looking at the price tag. Like I looked forward to that time, but that time never seemed to come. And you know, I didn't go to sales before. Like when people go for sales, I never used to go for sales. I never used to bargain, handle any of that kind of stuff. I just go and I pay the full price in shoes, handbags, you name it, okay? And I realized that I began to financially struggle, and at the same time I was trying to build a business and my business wasn't growing, none of that. In fact, I was losing money. Any money that I made, I would end up like spending it just like that, slashing it. And you know, and until I met this woman that literally changed my perspective, like literally, you know, about wealth. And I remember this was in the first placement I went to, and I remember sitting, you know, sitting down, like I was just chatting. So this woman was just observing me and all of that stuff, okay? And I remember like one day she came to me and she came with a book, and this book is called Millionaire Next Door. Millionaire Next Door. Now I have a platform um, on Instagram called Dynamic Entrepreneurs. Go and check it out. And we're also on Facebook. Go and check that out. That's a page where I post like, you know, all entrepreneurial kind of ideas, investment ideas, businesses, advertising businesses, ways to advertise your business and all of that kind of good stuff. But I also put out financial literature um, to help people become financially literate, okay? Because until then, I realized that, you know, until that time, when this woman gave me this book, like, I never used to, like, read books to do with finances, yeah. But I wanted to, like, build businesses and all of these kind of stuff. But I never used to read financial books. In fact, I didn't do quite a lot of, like, I made silly money mistakes, yes, silly money mistakes. Okay. Now, and it got to the point where, like, when she gave me this book, I read it, and this book is written in the funniest way. Okay, you will read this book and you'll be laughing, but while you're laughing, you'll be learning. Okay, and so she gave me this book and I started reading it, and obviously I was living with her, and so like I read this book, finished reading this book, and she would take me through steps to actually put this book into practice. Then she gave me the second book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki, and I ended up actually subscribing to Robert Kiyosaki's mailing list, and he puts out different financial investments that you can um, invest to grow your wealth, to invest in to grow your wealth. And I read that book and literally it shifted my mindset, and I began to put those things into practice. And people were looking at me, yeah, on social media like I'm living my best life, but at that moment I wasn't yet living my best life. Okay, I was still like just putting things into practice that will get me into the position of having the wealth that I wanted to have, and um, you know, putting my children in the position that I want to put them in, because I have a daughter and a son, so I want to leave them, you know, leave them something. And I don't just want to leave them something, but I also want to educate them. So I began to look at children's books to do with financial literacy and all of this kind of stuff as well. And guess what, guys? When I was reading those books, yeah, I realized I used to spend all this money that I never had just to look good, to go places. People never cared more about me than they do now. People never really looked at me twice, you know, than they do now. And I realized that some of the people that I looked up to, that I thought were financially well off, were actually struggling, and I didn't understand as to why they were struggling, because on the outside they looked all put together, like they will buy the latest wigs, the latest weaves, and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with looking good, and there's nothing wrong with living good, as long as you know how to invest your wealth, right? And so this woman, she was like, nah, this is how I live my life. Like when people come into our home, they just look at our home like, oh my gosh, your home is so nice. But they don't understand like the workings behind it. She's like, she goes and she buys everything on sale. She's like, if it's not on sale, apart unless it's food, we ain't buying. And I was like, what? What do you mean? She's like, yeah, if it's not on sale, we are not buying unless it's food. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And then she was like, yeah. I said, I don't look at sales. I don't go to the sales section, in fact, even. I just go full price and everything. And she changed my mindset in a space of a year. I was able to save, okay, save some money. I was able to invest in my books. I was able to invest in my clothing line, and I was able to pay off 3 grand worth of debt, okay, that people didn't even know about, okay, and that propelled me to the position of being able to even go on housing lists and to be able to um, bid for my house and all of that, which I'll end up owning my house. When I get it after 3 years, I'll be able to buy my house and all of that kind of stuff. But I would never have been in that position had I not been financially equipped. You know, had I not adjusted my lifestyle, did I lack in that space of time? No. Did my children lack in that space of time? No. In fact, we wore the best clothes, we ate, you know, the best food, we were able to go to different activities and all of that stuff at a discounted price. Okay, so you look at, like, for example, this what's it called? This blazer kind of, you know, top that I'm wearing, okay? It was over 20 something pounds, but do you know what? How much I got it for? I got it for £10. This outfit here, this was like, it was over £20 as well, or £14 or whatever, and I got it for like £5, things like that. I'll go to like sales when they have their 50% off sales, and that's where I get my clothes. During summertime, during winter, when all their things for winter goes to sale, that's where I go and buy like my winter stuff for the next winter. When summer stuff goes on sale, this was last year's summer, you know. This was last year's summer. Okay, we're just coming into spring, and now I can rock it. Okay, I can rock it. What? Yeah, this was winter stuff. And I'm able to still rock it in summer. Like, I'm still gonna be able to rock this in summer. I bought this like from a friend, 2019, and I'm still rocking it. You know, so simple things like that. I started going to sales, get my stuff, my shoes, my handbags, my jewelry from the sales, and they're not cheap. That's the thing. You don't have to miss out on extravagant stuff. It's just you don't pay the full price. We now laugh at it like, mate, I rock expensive, but I don't pay the full price. I don't. It doesn't come with the price tag. Okay, and you know, I shop in places like Select. I shop in places like George. I even You can even go and shop in Debenhams, Selvages. I don't know if Selvages is still open, but yeah, places like Debenhams and all of these places that are expensive. Even Harrods have sales, and Next, all these places, yeah, they have sales, you know. You don't have to get an £80 dress at £80. You can get an £80 dress at £40 or even less than £40. Sometimes you go, Next has clearance that you can literally get an outfit for £2. Like an outfit that was like £30, £40, you can get it in their clearance sale for like £2, £5, £10. You know, so that is the trick, and then you're able to invest the rest of your money. The wealthy actually don't spend all their money in extravagant stuff. You will never know that they're wealthy, and unless you look at like their investment portfolio. You know, Richard Branson, for example, he wears the most simplest of clothes. Simon Cowell, people laugh at him like, why is he always wearing that same crew neck, what's it called, t-shirts? Like, why? That is how the wealthy actually hide their money. You would never know that they're actually wealthy because they don't have to show it in their clothes. They don't show it in their clothes. Like this woman that I lived with, on a regular day, like you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that she has money, like ridiculous amount of money. Like you wouldn't know. Why? She put on a pair of jeans, yeah, just a simple pair of jeans, simple top, a rundown jacket, yeah, winter jacket if it's winter, a hat, okay, like them foldable beanie hats. She'll wear one of those, and she'll just go. In fact, I'm the one even like told her like, you know, just showed her like put on lipstick, just put on lipstick a little bit, just lip gloss or something. She never used to. She wouldn't put on makeup or anything unless she's going out. When she's going out with her friends, you're like, wow, like nah, you can scrub up like that. And then she's like, yeah. And then she's like, don't move forward with my outfit. My outfit actually costs less than that, mate. And she'll be looking nice. And all her friends are like that as well. Like this woman, she has two properties. Okay, well, she has three properties plus the one she lives in. So she's able to rent out the two, one in London, one in Milton Keynes, and then the one she lives in. Okay, this woman has a shop, okay, in Ghana that she's able to release to people to use as a shop. She has properties in Ghana as well. She has land. Her family is cared for. Her daughter, okay, yeah, her daughter has her own property, okay, and on top of that, like her youngest daughter has money already set for her property, and her friends have children who already have properties. And these are young people, like they're in their 20s, yeah, 20s, and one under 20 years old, okay, they're already catered for. It's like, what? And they were like, no, we sit down, we write down our financial goals for the month, we write down our goals, we write how we're gonna save, we save that money, we invest that money into our bonds. We don't save in bank accounts. And that's the thing, okay? The wealthy actually save their money in assets. They buy assets that will make them money on top, and things like houses that they can rent out, things like land that they can use, you know, um, things that appreciate in value. That is what the wealthy do. That's what they invest in. So they don't just put their money in banks. You know why banks come to you and they're so nice to you when they realize that you've got like over 50,000 or 20,000 or something kind of money. Do you know why they're nice to you? It's because they want you to keep your money with them. While you're keeping your money with them, they actually take your money, invest it, and then put it back. Take your money, invest. That's why they love you off. They'll even offer you a cup of tea and coffee and all of that, yeah. When they realize that your money is doing alright, you know. And so I would say to you that live a lifestyle that you're able to afford. Don't live a lifestyle to show off to people. Yeah, to show off to people that you don't have. Say hiya. Yeah, don't live a lifestyle to show off to people. You know, live a lifestyle within your means while you grow your wealth, and invest in assets, not liabilities. You know, if you get a car is a liability, it's not an investment. If you get a house that you're only paying bills on and you're actually not renting it out, it's not making you extra income, that's actually a liability, it's not an asset. It's only an asset when you have tenants who pay you monthly rent, yeah. A business that, you know, adds money to your income monthly is an asset. You know, land that you can grow food on and sell your food, that is an asset, you know. So yeah, invest in assets. Things like gold, silver, they appreciate in value. So yeah, things like that. But if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. And if you have any more books that you'd recommend, put it in the comment section. I recommend Get Your House in Order by Robert Kiyosaki, Millionaire Next Door, Think and Grow Rich. Those are the books that you should be reading. Millionaire Project, but I don't know if you can even get Millionaire Project because I don't think it's in print anymore. By Tomi Arayomi. Oh, Kingdom Secrets by Tomi Arayomi. You can check that out. Those are the kind of books you should be reading. Get financially literate. Invest in the areas you can invest. I invest in bonds, okay? Premium bonds. You can invest in as little. You can invest in it as little as £25 every month. And you don't get anything on top. Yeah, I know. Hi, I smile. You smile? I smile. It's small, yeah, it's smaller. So yeah, you can invest in it and you get 100% of your money back when you decide to withdraw it. Okay, but it means that it means that you're not taxed, because do you know your savings account, they actually tax you after a certain amount of money that you put in there, after certain thousands of money, they actually charge you to invest what's it called? They actually charge you tax. They actually tax you. So that is why I put my stuff in bonds for myself and for my children. So that is it, guys. See you in the next video. Don't say bye. Bye. It's morning over here, so I need to go and sort him out and sort myself out.